kind of a new routine now. We're really trying to get the girls on this rotational pen and get them off the pasture that they've been eating because they are not able to keep up with it. Number one, it's probably too big of an area, but I need them off their current pasture because they've just eaten it down. So we're locking them out there. Good morning, pretties. How is everybody? Super good, Mom. Super good. You guys ready to go out for the day? Hi, ready? Hi, pepperoni. Hi, guys. Ready? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna grab them some feed. I'm gonna walk around and we're gonna walk them out. So I don't know what the best camera angles are gonna be for this yet. We did it for the first time yesterday and they did really well. I had my mom come over and check at them in the middle of the day to make sure nobody had escaped because I'm not allowing them access to the barn. So I took out 4 gallons of water for them for the day. The grass is so wet, they're not really eating it, but they did really well. We've got to get them off this. It lets us, we let the pigs out still. I'm really excited to kind of get them moving on to greener pastures, so to speak. Here we go. It's made my routine a little bit longer, which I never like, but I think it's really better for them. And I'm gonna need to just take some of these bowls out there tomorrow night and feed them in the bowls instead of on the ground. No reason to rotate them to a new pasture and then end up with worms because we're feeding on the ground. I thought about rolling the spools out there too. They would probably like that. They did really well yesterday. We won't be able to do it tomorrow because it's gonna pour down rain all day. So it'll be good to get them out there for 2 solid days. Everybody looked nice and fat yesterday as far as like the rumens were all really full. And they were so tired, it was so funny. When I brought them back in, and I brought them back in kind of early, it was like 7:30. And I didn't really feed, I gave them some pellets, which they didn't eat. They're all still in the feeders, which tells you they were full, absolutely full. Now it's gonna be less exciting after today probably. But maybe because we're gonna have a couple of days where I won't necessarily be able to lock them out. I'll still open it up. We'll still do this divided pasture thing. With the rain, I'll have to let them have access to the barn. I don't think they'll get out when it rains, but piggies are happy. This grass is really growing up. That grass wasn't growing as fast. Hi, good morning. Can you be more like pork chop, please? Are you guys a little feisty this morning? Are you a little bit feisty? They were a little bit wild, Mom. Okay, let's have some breakfast. Breakfast, buddy. Come on. Old Dottie kitten, making sure I haven't forgot that cats need treats. I know. Silly kitties. The problem I've been having, oh, let's focus. My hair's moving so it doesn't know what to do. Okay. So the problem I've been having with the pigs is yesterday they managed to close the gate somehow, and Pork Chop was on one side and Toonie was on the other. Not a huge deal, but Toonie didn't have any water, and I really don't want to have to haul water for them when they have a huge thing of water. So I've got to probably get a bungee cable for over there. So let's get their gate set up. This weekend, my hope is to do this and let the boys out with the pigs. I don't want to do that when I'm not here the first time, to watch them, to make sure that they can't get through this gate. They can if they really want to try hard enough. And then the 5 of them on this whole section, everybody will be doing great. And that leaves the girls with this big section and that section, and on days where we needed to kind of flip-flop, we could just put the girls in here if we need to. If I get 2 more nets, there's no way they can keep up with the grass. Like, it's not possible. That's kind of the thing. They can stay out here all summer long, and we cannot use this pasture at all. We might even just mow it. And those 5 can have this whole section all summer long. And then in the fall, we'll be able to push hay out for a long time with the amount of grass that we're able to have here. So I was gonna show you this real quick before I leave. This is their setup. So I just have water out here for them, which they have plenty still. I'll fill it up this afternoon. And this whole big area, you can see they're out here all day yesterday. And the only area that you can even tell they've been around is this right underneath the trees. Somebody made a comment about how goats really don't like grass. That's why we want them out here. These pastures are mostly grass. This is just junk. It's just weeds and all kind of things, clover. There are awesome things in here for them to eat. There is a little bit of grass. There's gonna be a little bit of grass and not just weeds, but it's excellent. So, happy goats. Jeremy and I were talking this morning. It's almost so late in the year. I think I have my shirt on backwards, that I'm not gonna be able to wear overalls in the morning anymore. I've got some snacks for the pigs. Go check on the girls. Decide if this shirt is on backwards or not. I did look in the mirror before I walked out here. Had a dress on today. Not appropriate for lawn care activities. Guys, the dog has figured out how to get under the deck from here. Hi, buddy. Are you okay? Yeah? I don't know what his deal is. That's where he's been, which he won't go past right here, which I find really funny. He can get under the deck over here, but we haven't been able to get him to go past corner because there were some utility marking flags. I had my mom and dad come by and check on the goats today, and they all stayed in the fence. They're all where they're supposed to be, so we're gonna check to see kind of how that's going as far as like what their grass looks like. We're not gonna let them out. They're gonna stay out there. It's only like 3:30 because I don't want to. Hi. Here. You want banana for Toonie? What part's not bars? Oh yes, bananas are bars. Some pancakes. Peanut butter cookie. We're gonna argue over 3 sips of milk. The milk was very spoiled, but they don't care. It is almost too warm for anything other than shorts and a t-shirt at this point. This hoodie is way too hot at this point. The dog is so hot, he's relocated to underneath the deck. I know, silly bear. So I have to mow. We've had some issues with the new robot lawnmower, guys. Mowing this season has been just incredibly complicated. It's not the same model. When we ordered it, it said it was the same model. It came in the right box with all the right stuff, but it is actually not the same mower. And so we have it set up on too much acreage, so we have to totally fix it. But we called Amazon and they actually refunded us most of our money, like half of what we paid for it. And we kind of decided that this mower ended up being a different model, and it only does a half acre instead of a full acre, and we have it fenced in for about a quarter, 3/4 to a full acre, and it must be an older model. You can't send it home. It just doesn't know what to do. It just gets lost. How are you guys doing? Mom should have gone through the gate. How's your water? They were not as thrilled this morning about being out here. I'm just gonna turn the fence off and climb over. They were definitely kind of like, I want to go back in. Yesterday they didn't realize I was going to lock them out permanently, so they were just really excited to be out here. This morning though, they realized I was going to lock them out and they were not thrilled. But what we did, I'm just going to explain this setup again because we've changed it, is we mowed because the grass was grounding the fence out. So we mowed a perimeter for the fence and a really wide one so that there would be a big enough gap for everybody, and then left all of this really long. And the reason that long grass, like if you have cows, you don't want them on grass that has seeded out. And this has a little bit in some spots because they get pink eye. Goats don't have as big an issue with pink eye, and this is much better for parasite management overall. Hi all my friends, almost all my friends. Hi Boone, it's my pants eater. Hi. And Tweety girl. They're not over here eating the short grass. You can see they're all in the tall stuff. So the poop and the parasites stay at the base of the grass. And when grass is coming in the spring, when it first starts to grow, you are very bitey. And in the fall, when it starts to die, they're eating the very green new stuff at the bottom of the plant. And that is why those seasons are so much heavier on parasites versus right now when grass is long and they can eat the tops. It benefits them not only because this is really thick, there's a lot of nutrition in this grass, but also parasite management. Like I said, there you can see a lot of grass. There's also a ton of weeds and clover in here that they're all really excited about. And goats are browsers, they're not grazers. So they're gonna go through and eat the things that they want and leave the stuff that they don't want. There is so much to choose from right now. This is kind of the perfect setup. So what we did was, you can kind of see the track here and then the big space. So all this long stuff, we're gonna continue to like build our nets out when we get the new nets. And really this should be plenty. They shouldn't be able to keep up with this and that, but I would like to run the 2 pigs out here with them as well. And so we make a big pasture. Probably that will happen once all the babies are gone and I'm home for this summer. And so by the beginning of June, when school's out, we'll be down to 4 or 5 babies here. I can bring the 2 pigs out. They'll all be big. I'm a Tweety girl. I know. You're so good. Your little head's just healing so good. It is. You're so sweet. Go eat, baby. And we'll get the pigs out here in this big area. Then all the boy goats can be let out this other big area to graze. But yeah, so this is our new, what we ended up doing was using the fence line to make this a bigger space. I don't think that these 12 adult goats can keep up with this.